cannot believe I found this location. I have been looking for this for so long, and it still is standing here in Los Angeles. This is wild. Oh, what? Tina Turner right here.
I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Here I am on Vine Street here in Hollywood, California, at the corner of Vine and Yucca. And right here, if you look up above beyond me, that's the famous Capitol Records building, which is a world famous building, and the music that was produced inside this building, that came out of this building, incredible. All the stars that are on like the Walk of Fame, Hollywood Boulevard and all that, comes up the side streets in Hollywood. And all the ones that are around here are Capitol EMI artists. And this video is about Tina Turner, who we just lost. And I was driving by and I saw the memorial out for her, and I thought, I'm going to stop. Because I'm going to stop and take a look at it. And if I am going to take a look at it, that means my viewers are coming along no matter what. I don't film anything unless you can see it as well. So there's a memorial for Tina Turner right here. The woman is tending to the flowers. Somebody who's just helping out, or I'm not sure. So when she's done, I'm going to show you the memorial, talk about Tina Turner, and go from there. All right. So you can see we've got Duran Duran, Eddie Cantor, Billy Vera, and then there was a few more. I saw Bob Seger right here. Steve Miller Band. Tina Turner is right here to our right. I'll come back to that in a moment. Anne Murray, Canada's Songbird. Natalie Cole, of course. Neil Diamond. David Foster. Love Theme from St. Elmo's Fire, one of my all-time favorite songs. Buddy Holly. I did a video on Buddy Holly. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever done. Paul McCartney. Ringo Starr. George Harrison. Guess who would be next? John Lennon. Roy Orbison. What's that movie one? Joan Crawford. Garth Brooks. But here is Capitol Tower and rooftop sign that says Historical Cultural Monument. Built in 1956. Declared a national monument in cultural monument, I should say, in 2006. This is the world famous Capitol Records building. I'm going to have to insert some photos because it's very difficult to get a good shot. Well, I'm going to wander out in the middle of traffic. I think I'll be okay for a moment. There it is. I'll insert a shot of what the top looks like, of course, because where it says Capitol Records. Very cool. We're going to walk right over here. Up here. And try to get to the memorial that is being tended to still. So here is the memorial to Tina Turner right here. And it's huge. One of the biggest ones I've ever seen.
Huh?
One of the biggest memorials I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You've been taking care of this?
Yeah, I have.
Great job.
For the last 2 days I wasn't here, but when I left Sunday, it was fine. Monday and Tuesday I took off a bit. And,
This is wonderful.
got back. Somebody just tore up the wreath, moved the statue. I can't move it any better, but they moved it.
Wow.
And the names of the kids are right there in the gold writing.
Of Tina's kids?
Her sons are there.
Yeah.
Their names, yeah. Their family was up here.
Oh, really? Her family came out here?
First day it happened.
Wow, that's her niece there in the photo. See, right there, You Rock in Heaven, Tina. Lots of flowers. Simply the best. And there's her star, Tina Turner, right there. After Tina Turner retired from the world stage, in her 2018 memoir, My Love Story, she revealed that she had multiple life-threatening illnesses. High blood pressure since 1978, which remained mostly untreated and resulted in damage to her kidneys and eventual kidney failure. In 2013, she had a stroke and needed to learn to walk again. In 2016, she was diagnosed with intestinal cancer. Her chances of receiving a kidney transplant were considered low, and she was urged to start dialysis. Her husband, German music executive Erwin Bach, offered to donate a kidney for transplant. She accepted his donation and had kidney transplant surgery in April of 2017. On May 24th, 2023, Tina Turner died at her home, this one here in Switzerland, at the age of 83 from natural causes after years of illnesses. Tina Turner had a private funeral for just family and friends in Switzerland, and her body was cremated, and there is no grave for fans to visit. Okay, wow, that is impressive, and that is beautiful, and what a beautiful, beautiful performer she was. One of my favorites. Easily. Private Dancer, still to this day, one of my favorite songs. I love it. So we'll walk up here, and there is a memorial. So it's right in front of the Capitol building. Right there. There's a lady who's taking care of the memorial, not being paid to do it, just doing it out of love. It's a big job because this is a busy road and lots of people are walking here. And at night, I mean, people are going to come here. It's Hollywood, you know, alcohol, whatever, knock it over, things like that. So she's had to pick it up every day and things like that. Probably people take things, which is just so wrong. And, yeah. So she's doing this out of love for Tina. All right, I got somewhere else interesting I want to go, having to do with Tina Turner and her life. Celebrating the life of the iconic Tina Turner. What did you know? As soon as they get to the former home of Ike and Tina Turner, they start doing some lawn work. It's right up here where Ike and Tina Turner lived. And a lot of people think, so the movie What's Love Got to Do With It was actually filmed here as well. So it's actually a filming location as well. Did I mention, so first of all, I had a little bit of oral surgery again here in Los Angeles, so I'm a little swollen up. So I've been to the memorial. Now I'm here on Olympia Drive in South Los Angeles, and I'm going to show you the house, what I can show you and tell you about it, because it was a filming location, like I said, for the amazing movie starring Angela Bassett, What's Love Got to Do With It, Lawrence Fishburne, of course. It's windy. The guys are working on the lawns. Can't blame it. Look at this street behind me. It's beautiful. I've been here for a few videos before around this area. Yeah, but a lot of people think, so in the movie, I believe there was a studio inside the house. There was never a studio inside this house. They made that up for the movie. Although they used a lot of the same furniture, the people who lived here kept it looking the same for so long. The studio was actually further away. And I'm going to take you there, to that former location, to end the video about Tina Turner. But the house is right up here. I'll tell you more about it. I may yell, I'll just do a little voiceover. Here we go. Yeah, it's a little too loud, sorry. So let's put a little voiceover about the house and show you some pictures. It's wild, the way it used to look and the way it looks now. The work they did on this house. This is it right here. So in 2017, the disco retro home once owned by Tina Turner and Ike Turner sold for $870,000, which is about $130,000 less than the asking price. During the couple's famous divorce, the 4-bedroom, 4-bath Los Angeles home was purchased in 1977 by a new owner, and they listed it for $999,000 in September of 2016. And inside, there's harvest gold and velvet in true 70s style. The master bedroom has an elevated pedestal for the bed, multicolored overhead lighting, and a wall of mirrors. So the family room has a retro, if you take a look here, right up top, a mirrored ceiling. And I don't know, that's kind of my favorite thing in the house. It looks really cool. Aside from the carpets and the kitchen, which I think is retro, but still funky. And she turned to Buddhism when she was still married to Ike Turner. And you can see that in the double front door handles I'm about to talk about here. And they're sculpted in the shape of Buddhist hand gestures. But the door is the same doors. Everything else has been changed. That's the house right there. All right, now, so it's a little loud here. I'm going to take you to the former location where Ike Turner's studio was, where him and Tina recorded some of the most classic albums and hits. So loud. The building, I believe, is not there anymore, but it might be. It's a bit of a mystery to me. I'm trying to figure this out, so let's take a look. That taco joint right there, the yellow building, that was Stan Makita's in Wayne's World, which is kind of cool. So I did Wayne's World locations a few years ago, and I didn't even realize I was right near the area of Tina Turner's former studios. But yeah, right, that building right there. Nothing to do with Tina Turner, I just thought I'd add that in. There's a filming location or something famous everywhere you go in Los Angeles. So a lot of people think this building, I'm gonna go across the street and get you a different shot, but it's actually up here a little bit. It's 1310 North La Brea. And it burned down to the ground in 1981. It was uninsured at the time. Ike was trying to sell it because, well, Tina gave her half of the studio in the divorce to Ike, but he had major financial problems. But it burned down by arson in 1981, but the building was uninsured. So that doesn't make much sense if somebody burned it down to claim the insurance money. It was uninsured at the time. Very odd. But this building right here is 1310. And I believe, well, 1314. So it's on this empty, oh, here we go. 1300 to 1310. So this parking lot, because this is 1314, so you got 1312, 1310. So maybe this is very hard to figure out. I know the building burned, and I had read that it burned right to the ground, but a lot of people say this is the actual building. Here's what a couple of pictures I found of the studio, just the entrance. It's hard to tell, but it's about a 5-minute drive from the house where we just were. Let's go across the street. So that says 1300 to 1310, so it's 1310 is in that building still, but addresses kind of can change. Well, maybe somebody who's lived in the area for about 40 years since it burned down in 1981 can tell me, but I'm pretty sure this is a brand new building. Well, brand new-ish, because I read that it burned, and it burned right to the ground. So if you wait around long enough and linger, you can find some really cool things out. This is the same building. Okay, this isn't. This is where Ike and Tina own this house. This house right here behind, I'm right behind the studios right now. I'm gonna show you something so cool. Oh, I just got so excited. So the building burned, but it didn't burn to the ground. This white building here. I'm gonna show you, hold on. This house extensively remodeled. This is that apartment they were talking about that I read about. It wasn't an apartment, it's an actual house. This house right behind the studio was owned by Ike and Tina Turner at the time they owned the studios as well. There's people there right now. There's still a house right behind it, but here it is. And that entranceway that I showed you, thank you to the lovely lady who worked inside and some people that were waiting to go inside to see them. We were all talking, and the lovely lady that works here, so sweet, told me, yes, this is the building. It did not burn to the ground. It's a landmark. And this entranceway is that same one. Wow. Oh, I'm so excited. And I'm glad you were here to be with me, my viewers, or whoever's new to the channel maybe. So let's turn around. So it is right here. I thought the building was completely gone. That is the famous entrance to Ike and Tina Turner Studio. Right there. Look at that. Right there. If you wait around long enough, people are gonna be curious about what you're doing. Sometimes I find they come up and they just offer information. And the lady who works there said, oh, it's a landmark. Yes, this is their former place. She knew everything about it. She was talking about the house. She said, no, it didn't burn right to the ground. They just repurposed the building. I don't know where the landmark sign is, but that's okay. Right there. Wild. We found it. Bolic Studios. Bolic? Tina Turner's former studios. Right there. That is awesome. I'm so glad I waited around just to get a confirmation and to find out and ask. There it is. So, Tina Turner. I may not be able to get to Switzerland anytime soon. May not even be a grave I can ever visit, but I visited some landmarks over here in LA, and God, what an incredible form, what a beauty, what a legend. I'm trying to think of what else do you say about Tina Turner. You can't, if you don't like Tina Turner, what do you say? Everybody likes Tina Turner. Everybody loves Tina Turner. Rest in peace to the Queen. All right, here we are. We did it. Peace out.